March 28th, 2002. The day Disney found its edge. Kingdom Hearts, baby! The hyper-complicated, deliciously edgy love child of Disney and Final Fantasy. This game was like a cosmic anomaly. One minute Disney's the cute, lovable House of Mouse, the next minute, boom, Goofy's wearing a flak jacket. Disney had always flirted with edgier concepts, with movies like The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Cat Hamlet, but it was never anime edgy. Disney was more about luring your children into seeing their film about cute, cuddly animals before scaring the shit out of them and teaching them that nobody lives forever, so enjoy your parents while they last. Yeah, dumb idiot kids. What, you thought you could just watch a movie about a happy little elephant without any consequences? Every decision has consequences. That's Disney's motto. Your parents may be too soft to beat you, but Disney sure as hell isn't. Needless to say, Disney had teeth. Obviously, Disney was already a money-making powerhouse, but they weren't hitting that sweet 12 to 17-year-old demographic just yet. That very niche crowd of teens jamming out to Evanescence and Linkin Park in the back of the school courtyard. The cool kids, the edgy kids, the anime fans. Enter Kingdom Hearts, which took the world by storm and broke records for most polygons in a single character's pants. People couldn't get enough of Sora and his zip-up romper. Kingdom Hearts mixed the wonderful whimsy of Disney with the brooding intensity of Final Fantasy. And the thing is, everybody loves Disney, and nowadays, Disney means anything. Oh, you like any Marvel superhero? Well, I guess you're technically a Disney fan too. Oh, big Star Wars fan, are ya? Well, you must really love Donald Duck. But in the early 2000s, Disney sorta had this stigma associated with it, of being overly cutesy and exclusively for children. And so, if you're somebody who listens to thrash metal and shops at Hot Topic, that's not really something you're gonna want to be a part of. However, Kingdom Hearts allowed people who identified on the side of goth to outwardly express their obsession with Disney without compromising their style. And this opened up a whole floodgate of people reimagining their favorite Western characters into anime sad boys. And I know Kingdom Hearts probably wasn't the first one to start this trend, but like, I was 3 years old in 2002, and like, what, do you expect me to research before putting out a video? Okay, so what's up with this super long Kingdom Hearts preamble? Because Disney isn't making a Kingdom Hearts anime. However, they are after those sweet, sweet emo hearts once again. Allow me to introduce you to Twisted Wonderland. Twisted Wonderland is a new anime heading to Disney Plus, and it's essentially licensed fan fiction from the edgy little mind of Yano Taboso, who many of you may know as the creator of Black Butler. Where Kingdom Hearts is a literal cross between Disney and Final Fantasy, Twisted Wonderland is sort of like a metaphorical cross between Disney and Harry Potter. And as somebody who loves edgy shit, clearly, this is the best thing I've ever seen. It's got all the terrible fan-fiction-y tropes you'd expect from something like this. Like, it's fucking called Twisted Wonderland. That's fantastic. Now, Twisted Wonderland does already exist in the form of a mobile game exclusively in Japan, as well as a collection of short story manga. And while we don't currently have like any information on the upcoming anime itself, don't worry, the game and the manga give us plenty to talk about. They're both exactly what you think they are, while also being nothing like what you think they are. So, what is Twisted Wonderland? Well, it takes place in a school called Night Raven College. Let me just, in case you missed it, I know I talk fast. It takes place in a school called Night Raven College. And at this point, you can hopefully already see why I'm so excited to have stumbled upon this. Night Raven College is a school full of hot little anime boys that live in 7 different houses. Each house is themed around a different Disney villain, with the students in each house vaguely cosplaying as their respective villain. Look at these designs! What, did Disney acquire the rights to the entirety of DeviantArt? Every house has its own host of hot little anime boys, each with a name more ridiculous than the last. The names are exactly what you'd expect them to be, and without a doubt my favorite part of this universe. All the names are like Eda Shroud and Riddle Rosenhearts. Like, they all sound like some 13-year-old's OC. So now let me introduce you to each of the houses. There's Heartslabule, which is a ludicrous name. I feel like it has to be a play on words. But I don't know what a labule is, so maybe I'm just too stupid to get the pun. This is the house dedicated to Alice in Wonderland's Queen of Hearts, and it's run by absolute fuckboys. Look at Trey Clover. Man, fuck Trey Clover. This dude looks like he's trying to start a punk rock band while sitting on a $3 million trust fund. And then you got Cater Diamond, who looks like he's just itching to gaslight you. My favorite one, though, is Deuce Spade. Deuce just seems like a cool guy, you know? He seems like someone I could hang out with. Hey, what up, Deuce? Yo, Deuce Bag, how's it hanging? According to himself and others, Deuce is an idiot with a simple mindset. Hey, Come on, Deuce. Don't be so hard on yourself, man. Savannah Claw's where the furry hot little anime boys go, and it's themed around Scar from The Lion King. There's Leona Kingscholar, who has the name of a Dark Souls boss and looks like Korra with cat ears. And Jack Howell, which is a name that sounds like it belongs to a detective in a gay porno. Ursula's got her own gang of hot little anime boys in the Octavinelle dorm, and for some reason, they're all little Italian mobsters. You know, that's kind of a fun direction to take this house in. Ursula's always like brokering deals and making unfair trades. It's kind of cool that they're like a little crime syndicate, you know? Maybe this one will actually be pretty. Azul has actually been very insecure about himself, especially his chubby octopus form, as a result of being bullied and socially isolated by the other members. Although Azul was bullied for his sluggishness and ink-spewing tendencies as an octopus mermaid, he also realized the perks of his octopus mer form at a young age, using his many limbs and ability to spew ink to aid him. Okay, never mind, they're all freaks! Look, I get that they're octopi, but like, fucking yuck, am I right? Scarabia's the dorm dedicated to Jafar from Aladdin, along with being the only dorm whose pun makes any fucking sense. This dorm also, like, objectively has the coolest hot little anime boys in it. Their designs have a lot of great detail to them, and I love their color palette. Kaleem Al-Asim has these, like, sick white tattoos and all this really cool jewelry, and Jamil Viper's favorite hobby is breakdancing, which is hilarious. This is a little teenage anime Jafar that loves to breakdance with a little teenage anime Scar. My god, I could not have come up with a funnier premise if you held a gun to my balls. Ignihide is the house themed around Hades from Hercules, and real quick side tangent and fun fact about me, you wanna know which anime boy is my favorite hot little anime boy? Well, I'll give you a hint. Ida Shroud is 6 feet tall and allegedly not wearing any makeup. Yeah, okay, are you fucking kidding me? This dude wins at life. Every other boy in this show is irrelevant. Not to mention, his hair makes like no fucking sense in the best way possible. Like, what is going on here? I get that it's made of fire, but like, why is it also the longest mullet on Earth? Not to mention, it looks like he's wearing the jacket version of the mask from Squid Game, as well as auditioning for a Daft Punk Japanese cover band. He's also apparently known as Firefly Squid and Radish Sprout, which simply aren't things you call people. Also, Frost from Mortal Kombat is inexplicably in this anime. This guy's name is Ortho, and he's Ida's brother. And also entirely a robot. He's the only robot in the series as far as I'm aware, and there is shockingly little information about him. Except for that, when Ortho gets angry, he can ruin his own school in under 5 seconds. I don't know what that means, but fucking get that kid to a counselor. Pomme Fior, the house I'm almost definitely mispronouncing, has hot little anime boys themed around the evil queen from Snow White. These guys are lame, their names aren't ridiculous enough for me to comment on. I don't care, moving on. And finally, Diazomnia. Why am I fucking illiterate? I can't pronounce any of these. Which is the dorm based on Maleficent. Oh my god, wait, there are girls in this series? Lillian Van Rouge is a third year in Diazomnia. He is a mysterious person who, although having the appearance of a young boy, is rumored to be an ancient being. First off, no, he doesn't even have the name of a young boy, let alone the appearance of one. Also, what the fuck are you strapped into so tightly? You got 2 belts and a harness keeping those pants up. What, did you slip a disc? So those are all the houses, and at this point I'm sure most of you are thinking, man, this sounds awesome, or man, this sounds hilarious. I just gotta get my hands on this dating sim. Well, unfortunately I have some bad news for you. For one, the mobile game is only in Japan. There are currently no plans to bring it to any other region, but with the anime coming out, I can only assume that it's gonna get localized in a bunch of new countries. Secondly, this is somehow not a dating sim. The plot revolves around the main character named Yu. Do you get it? Who is summoned to another world by a magic mirror and arrives at Night Raven's college. The game consists of rhythm game elements and battles. The main character is taken in by the school's headmaster and becomes acquainted with the school's top students, each in 7 different dormitories, while searching for a way home. So it's essentially a mix between like Dance Dance Revolution, Bully, and Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm sure people are gonna be upset with those comparisons for some reason, but I'm just trying to, you know, get everybody on my level here. And that is truly all the information I could find out about the gameplay. Like I said, the game's in Japanese, so even looking up gameplay footage, all I could really ascertain is what I found in the wiki. But I will reiterate, this is absolutely not a dating sim, and there are no romantic elements involved. The community gets very upset when you insinuate that this is a dating sim, or that there are any romantic links between any of the characters. but that's bullshit. Oh really? No romantic undertones at all, huh? You know how I know that's bullshit? Because I fucking read the manga. You pieces of shit. I got all the lore, baby. Don't be coming at me telling me this shouldn't be a dating sim. Oh, but no, there are no romantic or sexual undertones in the series at all. Oh yeah? Chapter 1, Ace and Deuce get thrown out of class because the literal dicks growing out of their heads are distracting the other classmates. Oh, but I'm the monster for thinking this should be a dating sim. Actually, they're anemones that sprouted on the tops of their heads when they got scammed by one of the Ursula students. But like, come on, this is still a pretty disturbing image. The manga consists of a bunch of short stories about the characters, each more sexual than the previous. I'm joking. But also I'm not. Okay, so they aren't, like, sexual, but the tension is without a doubt there. Regardless of the character's personality, each short story typically gives the characters a moment where they're being, like, a bashful little soft boy or something, and it's like, they clearly know what they're doing. Like, you can't look at Savannah Claw and tell me the creators were oblivious to the idea that people would be shipping their characters. Look at them, they're fucking strippers and cat ears. Oh, what's a furry? I was just trying to make some fun Disney characters. There's really not much to talk about in regards to the manga. It's like pretty much everything you'd expect it to be. It's just a bunch of slice of life pieces featuring different characters. But I mean, like, you know exactly what you're getting into when you're reading something like this. So like, if this seems like something you'd be into, go check it out. It's online. In all seriousness, I do think this is a pretty cool idea, like making houses out of Disney villains. That's kind of fun. I do think this idea is like 10 years too late though. I do think if this released in like the 2010s or early 2000s, this would have been the fucking biggest thing around. Back when Kingdom Hearts was at its height, back in the days of Jack Sparrow and Spectrobes. You guys remember Spectrobes? Spectrobes was sick. But now, I don't really know if anyone's getting excited to see the evil queen from Snow White get her own little house of anime boys represented here, you know? I don't think anybody cares about Ursula anymore, or Maleficent. But I mean, who knows? Maybe when this comes out, the Disney hardcore fans will come crawling out of the woodwork. I'm sorry for the people who are like currently Twisted Wonderland fans and are like, definitely seething right now about the fact that I didn't really get deep into the mechanics of the game or the lore or anything. But to be entirely honest, this is like the most amount of digging I'm willing to do on this until the anime comes out. And you know, like, I introduced you to the characters, the world, like, if this seems like something that interests you, you go check it out. And if this seems like something that interests you, make sure you check out my Patreon. Every month you get access to an exclusive video of mine not found anywhere else, as well as access to my exclusive Discord server where you can come hang out and chat with me whenever you'd like. We talk about movies, anime, video games, comics, everything there. It's very fun, everyone's super cool, and of course it helps support the channel. Right now on my Patreon, I'm reacting to Food Wars, so if you want to check out that reaction series, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Thank you so much to those of you who have already, and thank you so much to just anyone watching this video. And let me know in the comments which soft little anime boy is your favorite soft little anime boy. Are you excited for the anime? Are you a fan of Twisted Wonderland already? Let me know in the comments and we'll discuss. And I will see you guys next time.
I think we go together like we're sweaters in hot weather. You don't know, and you would think that I would just be dying for you, and I just don't know.